Good afternoon, my name is Chef Jason Millett, and once again we're here at Liaison College in Hamilton. Today I'm going to show you how to do a very quick salad that looks good, tastes good, and nutritionally complete, okay? As complete as we can get for a salad. Today I'm going to show you my products. I have two types of pears here. I have a Chinese pears that are stuffed with a mixture of cheese, sage, cranberry, and blue cheese, cream cheese and blue cheese together, And on this one we have a Poached pear, and it's not stuffed at all, okay? What I'm gonna do with that one is I'm gonna do a different garnish for that one. These pears are fairly large. I don't believe you would ever serve one to one person, okay? Maybe a quarter or a third of a Chinese pear, okay? The Poached pears are a little bit smaller, and there's less of it, so I think one should be fine. Even if you cut it and you take a piece out of it, that's fine. Okay. The other ingredients I'm using is Canadian blue cheese. Actually, I'm not sure if it's Canadian, but it's blue cheese anyways. Parsley, chopped parsley, and shallots. And I'm going to use some walnuts and maybe some baby tomatoes for garnish. Okay. And of course the mesclun mix. Mesclun is pretty popular for a long time now, about 5 to 10 years. It's been pretty popular. It's the standard, it's the norm now. And what it is, it's a mixture of baby lettuces. You've got dandelion, you've got a little bit of chorizo, and other leaves. Okay, maybe a little bit of baby spinach and some mâché. Okay, or mash. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to make a vinaigrette. Vinaigrettes are very easy to make. Okay. The key to vinaigrettes is you have to remember the relationship or the ratio of vinegar to oil, and it's generally 3 to 1 oil to vinegar. Okay, you can increase it or decrease it however you like it. If you like it to be a little bit more tart, then you add more vinegar, of course. Okay, so what I've done in my bowl here is I have got my salt and pepper. I'm going to be using an emulsifying agent, which is ground mustard. Emulsifying agent is just, it helps two liquids that don't want to go together, okay? So I'm going to use a little bit of dried mustard. Another good emulsifying agent is egg yolks, either cooked or raw, okay? Cooked gives you a little bit better texture, okay? So I've got those ingredients in here. I can add my vinegar if I wish, and I can add my oil, okay? I'm going to do that just by sight, okay? As well as what I've done is we're going to make a sweet onion vinaigrette. In this vinaigrette, there's going to be shallots, or onions if you wish. Shallots are a little bit more expensive, actually twice as expensive, sometimes 3 times expensive. I'm going to add just a little bit of honey to this. Just the sweetness. Vinaigrettes should have just a little bit of sweetness to them, generally. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of sambal. I don't want to use the product. Sambal olek, okay? What is it? It's a nice hot chili sauce, and it's from the eastern part of the world. We're in the west, it's in the east, okay? So India, Pakistan, China, Philippines, Vietnam, sauces such as these are very common, okay? So I'm going to start off by sauteing my onions, okay? In a pan, of course. Oh, there it is. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute or sweat these onions with a little bit of salt and pepper and some vinegar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce that au sec, which means it's going to be pretty well dry, okay? But don't burn it, of course, okay? And then what I'm going to do to liven that up is I'm going to add a little bit more vinegar, and then I'm going to use that as my vinegar base, okay? So once again, you always get your pan hot, okay? Bench scraper. Never use your knife. You shouldn't use your knife. I do every now and then. But I've got 27 years experience, so I haven't cut myself, really. Oh, sorry. A wee bit of oil. Okay, and just add the shallots. And once again, you should hear a little bit of a sizzling going on, okay? A little bit of salt. Even though I got salt and pepper in there, I'm still going to use a little bit of salt and pepper here. Now when I say little, I mean that's a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to add my vinegar. Be careful, it may flame up on you. Okay, so maybe an ounce of vinegar there, maybe a half an ounce. Reduce au sec. Okay. Au sec once again means nearly dry. And then I'm going to turn it off. And once again, through the miracles of TV, I've got another one all ready to go. So I get this one hot. And I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar again. And I'll deglaze the pan with that liquid, and it'll give me a deeper flavor. Okay? All right. I just let that cool down just slightly. I'm going to add my oil to the bowl, the mixing bowl that I'm using. Okay? And I'm just going to whisk those dry ingredients together, so I'm trying to create a uniform mixture right from the beginning. Okay? I either blend it in with the vinegar, I cook it in the vinegar, or I mix it in with the oil. I haven't really noticed that it makes a difference. Okay? So I just mix them up, nice mixture. Okay? And then I add a little bit, I already got it in there. And then I add my vinegar with the shallots. Okay? Try and do it as neatly as possible. And I get my whisk, and I gently start whisking. Okay? The more I whisk, the longer it will stay together. It won't separate on me. Okay? If I don't have an emulsifying agent, it will separate very quickly. Okay? Let me grab a spoon. Oh, no spoon. Don't do this. Oh, yeah, a little bit too tart. So add a little bit more oil. And I'm going to add a little bit of honey just to counteract that very acidic flavor of vinegar. So a shot of honey and just a tiny little bit of chili sauce. You don't want your vinaigrette to be spicy, but you want it to have a bit of a punch to it, okay? A little bit more. I love this sauce. It's good stuff. Okay. So once again, whisk it, and if it's not emulsifying right away, or if it's not staying together right away, add a little bit more emulsifying agent. Okay. Now because the vinegar was hot, it's preventing the emulsifying agent as fast as it would normally if it was cold. Okay, but that vinaigrette is pretty well done. I'm going to try it. And that's nice, okay? The best way to try it, though, is obviously with a piece of lettuce. Okay? I'm just going to get a small little piece and see if everything goes well together. Not bad. Okay, definitely acceptable. So I'll clean my board. Now, to poach the pears have been poached in a poaching liquid, of course. Red wine, a little bit of honey, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of 1 clove or 2, a cinnamon stick, a little bit of nutmeg, whole allspice. If you wish to put anise in there as well, whatever flavor you want the poaching liquid to have, or whatever flavor you want your ingredient to have, put in the poaching liquid. Okay, and then I gently poach this till the pear was nice and soft. Okay, Bosc pears are the best pears to use, because they maintain their shape the best, okay? Chinese pears, they seem to be okay. They seem to work fine. So for this presentation, I'm going to do it in a couple ways. Got a little bit of parsley there. I'm going to present it on an angle. Okay. Just be careful. Okay, 1, and then 2 slices. Okay, and I'm just going to present that on the plate and then build my salad around that. Okay, and then I have the rest of the pear for another dish. Maybe I can probably get 3 salads out of 1 pear. So that's pretty good from a cost point perspective. I'm grab my plate, okay, and it's a cold dish, so of course the plate is cold. Okay, the poaching liquid, I have reduced that now. It is now my garnish. Okay, so I've reduced it till it coats the back of a spoon, and it's going to be used as my garnish. Okay, I need to grab a spoon, so if you don't mind. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to build my salad now. Do this as however you wish, okay? Just make sure it looks good, presented properly. For your salad, most salads you should garnish or with the dressing as the last minute. The very last thing you do could possibly be adding the dressing, okay? Because baby lettuces are very fragile, they begin to soften very easily, okay? I'm not going to use my whisk. I'm just going to use my hands. My hands are clean. I know that, okay? Get it nice. Make sure all the leaves have just a little bit of dressing on them, okay? And the good thing about mesclun mix, it has shape, it has color, and it has textures. This is a different color, different shape, and a different texture to this one. Right? It's very important in cooking to get all those 3 things to blend well together. Okay? So once again, very simple. This is not a hard dish to do. Okay? So I've got my ingredients there. I'm going to garnish with just a little bit of cheese, blue cheese. Blue cheese is expensive, so don't go crazy with it. Okay, so a nice garnish. And I'm going to garnish with walnuts as well. Pecans, walnuts. Of course, watch out for peanut allergies. Okay, but you guys all know who has the allergies. And finally, I'm going to garnish with a little bit of my sauce that I reduced. But I don't have a spoon, so this is making it hard for me. So I'm just going to garnish. See, it didn't work. Sorry guys, I needed a spoon and I didn't have a spoon. Okay, sorry. Anyways, so what I'll do is I will put my tomato garnish on top of the actual poached reduction. Okay, and there you go. One very easy, quick salad, cheap, efficient. I've got many different flavors there. I've also got different techniques. The cheese, the poaching, I oven roasted those tomatoes, and the lettuce, well, I didn't do anything to the lettuce, okay? But I did dress the lettuce. Another way that you can present the pear is if you take your Bosc pear and you take a knife and you cut slits down the side of them on an angle, just around the pear. Oh, I went down too far for that one. Okay, now that I have this cut, what I can do with the pear is I can sort of twist it, okay, and it will give me different shapes on the plate, okay? So if I put that on the plate, it gives it a unique shape, and it makes it look more interesting, okay? So I'll just put that there because that's the only plate I have. But there you go, there's your dessert, a salad. Very easy, very cheap, and very tasty. Okay, thank you very much.